Hello, welcome to SwitchedOn, Paul speaking, and looking at a brand new game on the Nintendo Switch today. This is the beautiful looking Cloudpunk. 2020 is going to be known for a few things, but not so good. But one of the things it will be known for in the video game world is cyberpunk genre, which comes to prevalence this year. Obviously, going to end the year with Cyberpunk 2077 on the next-gen consoles. A lot of other cyberpunk-ish games come out this year, of course, sort of jumping onto that themed bandwagon. And this one comes from Merge Games. Gonna cost you $25.20, but at the moment there's a 20% discount for the next couple of weeks. That ends around about the end of October if you're watching this in the next few weeks. So jump on board. I'm gonna show you what this one's all about. We're gonna carry on the game. An hour or two into this one. The basic premise behind this is that you're a courier called Rania, and you work for a slightly dodgy courier service called Cloudpunk, who aren't afraid to take on the jobs that others shy away from. You travel around this beautiful metropolis called Nivalis, I think it's called Nivalis.
That means it might take you a bit longer.
And the game's kind of split up into a couple of sections. The first one is this kind of driving section. Sorry for talking over the voiceover in the background.
And Canis, I missed you too.
So this is kind of what you'd expect from, I don't know, something Grand Theft Auto-ish. You're driving around. You've got a mini map in the bottom right hand corner. The sort of tunnels that you're in at the moment, these are the way that you're meant to get around the city. I'll turn down the background chatting. I must say, while that is chatting that is going on, that the voice acting is really good in this game. It's fully voiced, and so the acting is really good. So you travel around these kind of tunnels, and these help you get around the city. You travel at a faster speed while you're in these tunnels, but at any point you can break out and fly around the actual city itself. Which, a couple of things. One, it looks absolutely beautiful when you can see it. That's the problem. I don't know if this is a limitation on the Switch version, because I haven't played any of the other versions, but the draw distance at times is virtually a few feet in front of you. It's kind of okay in a way, because the environment is always raining and cloudy, which is probably quite clever technically to keep that sort of fog in the city, so it doesn't have to draw too much. You can imagine this with like a almost unlimited draw distance would look absolutely stunning. It really would. Because the graphics at the moment are just beautiful, but it's just such a shame you can't see much of them. Even with the fogging to reduce the draw distance, the performance does drop at times. I don't know, probably to be expected, but it is just to give you a bit of a warning that the frame rate can dive down to. It's still playable, of course, but if you're really sensitive to that kind of thing. But I mean, it just looks so beautiful flying around these neon-drenched metropolis is absolutely beautiful. Metropolises? Let me know below. You can find these little parking bays, and this is where you get to the second part of the game. You can park your vehicle at a parking bay and then enter this kind of first-person view, so you can walk around the city, and you normally have to do this to go and pick up your package. Graphics, I've not really mentioned yet. They look beautiful from a distance, but when you get up close, it's kind of this voxel style. Everything's very pixelated. I'm not saying it's a low resolution. It's very purposely a design choice, but it sort of was really jarring at first. But once you get used to it, it's you kind of your eye adjusts to it. But it is voxel, so even your character. If I zoom out on my character, you can use the D-pad to zoom in and out. You can see here, really odd character. Voxel sort of made up of blocks of pixels. Very strange. So there you go. I've currently got some clothing. If we go into the inventory here, I bought a hoodie. Oh, press the map button. Apologies. It's in the inventory. I've got a few other things in my inventory. I don't think there's anything particularly spoilerish in now, but I did buy this hoodie, and you can take that on or off. As you can see now, she's got her original hoodie on. It's just a cosmetic thing, but there's all these like vendors around the city that you can buy stuff from. there's little secrets to find, little key cards to find. If you sort of duck down these back alleys. Now I prefer the first person view, so you can change that at any time. So here's a key card here, we'll pick that up. So the mission, we need to get to that green, if you look at the mini map in the bottom corner, we need to get to that green dot on the map. Now so far all the missions have been pretty basic, and from what I've read and what I believe, it's kind of the theme of the game is you're literally just picking up a package from one place, delivering it to another place. There is a story kind of going on in the background, usual sort of cyberpunkish stuff, you know, corrupt mega corporations, and you kind of need to get your own backstory of why you've decided to move into this metropolis that you don't particularly enjoy living in. We're going to go into tunnels here because I say it does help speed up the travel. In these tunnels you'll find garages, so you can get fuel and some sort of service stationy type things. There's also warp tunnels, you'll see those when we get to them. It's kind of like an electronic force field, and you just drive into it and it'll warp you to the next area. When you're doing that, there is a little bit of loading, and as you couple of jobs do need you to jump around a couple of places, can get a little frustrating, kind of jumping around and waiting for loading screens. The up and down on the right stick here lets you change your it's not velocity, is it? It's basically your height. You can up and down. But I say the graphics are beautiful. Let's have a little look around here. If you press the Y button, you can unlock the camera and get a good look around here in your vehicle. Again, it's all voxel style. It's kind of like this, you know, futuristic floating taxi. Press Y again. So you can see here, our dot's taking us here to this warp tunnel to take us onto Little China. So you'll get an idea here of how long the loading times are. But as I say, I don't think the gameplay differs too much. We'll go and pick up this parcel and you can just kind of see what happens. But you're basically, you know, taking on these jobs from your controller, who you never really get much of a backstory or much of an idea of what he's doing controlling you. He just basically works at the control, tells you where to go, where to deliver the parcels. Kind of like these this kind of feels like an indie game that was based on a really beautiful premise of having this fantastic looking cyberpunk city, but feels possibly that the gameplay didn't really evolve with it. Not saying it's a bad game at all, especially at the price that you can pick it up for. Just saying there's not a great deal to do. There's not sort of you know, branching side missions. It's quite a chilled out kind of game, which is good in these times. Not a bad thing. It probably playing this will probably also make you want to stick Blade Runner on. So let's head our way through the winding through these cities. You can see this area here, I think it's Little China, isn't it? It's called. Looks very oriental with the lanterns and stuff. Now with the minimap, some areas will like sort of show parking bays, but you can't see them. We'll probably come up to something like that here, but because of the game, you've got quite a big range of depth. So you can, so here, like, you know, we're kind of above our marker here, the green marker, but we need to land, so we need to come down quite a way into the city, and you'll see it will open up. Again, press Y to unlock the camera. We get a good idea. Let's come over here and spin it around, come down a bit. We should find our parking bays. Maybe we need to come down. You can't just park anywhere, so you need to find parking. So let's have a look at the map. Let's bring up the map. You can usually find the parking bays a bit easier. There they are over there. So we need to head over to where the P's are. Then we'll jump out the cab. So lift ourselves up, head over this direction. Oh, smack into a tower. That should have a light on it. Health and safety. So the parking bays are over here. Excuse me. There's a couple of different ones. We'll park in these ones. So down on the right stick. The sound as well, the music in this game, hopefully you can hear it coming through. Just absolutely fantastic sort of cyberpunk style soundtrack. You've got so much noise going on in the background as well, sort of those massive billboards that you get in these sort of cyberpunk films and games, just advertising stuff. You can hear police sirens in the background. It's really, really atmospheric.
I'm at the destination and no one is here. Control. Camus, are you awake?
Yes, I am awake. Excited.
So Camus here is your AI on your ship.
Local scan.
So your old dog that presumably passed away, but you've captured its
Wait,
artificial intelligence and put it into your ship.
think. What is box?
A box is a square cube.
No. What is that box? It's right there.
Okay, I see it. I guess that's the package.
So that's the package we
Why is
needed.
no one here? I have bad
So up in the right hand corner it will tell you what to do next. So we need to carry the box back to our vehicle. We need to find our way back to the walkway that we came in on. Where's that gone? It's just here, wasn't it? There we are. So we head back to our ship and then we'll get the next destination for taking this package. Okay, ship's parked over here somewhere. There you go. But I mean, as I say, there is some performance issues, but at times you think it's just, you know, just that wow, jaw-dropping moment of just how beautiful the game is. As I say, especially at a distance when you're flying around and you're not up close and seeing the
From the package.
I hear it too.
Oh dear. This might be a good time to end the video because it might be a bit of a spoiler here. The package has started ticking, so there's a decision to be made. So I'm going to call it a day here. I hope you enjoyed that overview of Cloudpunk. Leave me a comment below if you're enjoying all these cyberpunk games that are coming out, particularly on the Switch, and what you think of them. What you think of this one? Do you like the voxel style graphics, or do you think it spoils it a little bit? I'm sort of 50-50. I think the game looks beautiful, but also, as I say, the first time I saw those voxel graphics, especially on the characters, I was kind of a little bit jarring. But before we explode, I will end the video and say thank you for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.